What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Now it's time to fact about the country. Japan is an island country in East Asia. It has a total area of 377,915 square kilometer. Population is around 125,710,000 people as of 2020. Tokyo is its capital and largest city. Japanese is national language. Its official currency is yen. Japan is often called the land of the rising sun. Let's learn about this technologically advanced nation. In Japanese, the name Japan is Nihon or Nippon, which means the land of the rising sun, because Japan is the first country to see the sunrise in the east in the morning. Greater Tokyo area is the largest populated metropolitan area in the world with 37.5 million people as of 2020. Japan has more than 3,000 McDonald's restaurants, the largest number in any other country outside the US. Each spring, Japan has a festival that celebrates both the penis and female fertility, called Kanamara Matsuri, or Festival of the Steel Phallus. The Japanese eat more fish than any other people in the world, about 17 million tons per year. Japan is the world's largest importer of seafood. More than 20% of the Japanese protein is obtained through fish and fish products. Tsukiji Market in Tokyo is the world's largest fish market, handling over 2,000 tons of the marine products daily. Over 2 billion Japanese comic books or the graphic novels are sold in Japan each year. Cartooning in Japan began in the 12th century, and more paper is used for comics than for toilet paper in that country. Shinjuku Station, the Tokyo's main train station, is the busiest in the world with over 2 million people passing through it every day. Train stations in Japan, there are staff people to push people into the trains because there are so much of passengers. Trains are very punctual. If your train is running late, the train company will display it in the monitors of the platforms, and an employee will apologize over the public announcement system. Their average delay is at 18 seconds. Train Shinkansen is one of the fastest trains in the world, and average speed is at 320 km per hour. It is forbidden to speak on your mobile phone inside Shinkansen. In general, voices are kept low inside any train, even for conversations. Rounded watermelons are very sweet when you're eating, especially on summer, and Japanese farmers produce square watermelons for the sake of the ease of storing. Japan is the third longest life expectancy in the world, with men living 81 years old and women living to almost 88 years old. More than 50,000 people in Japan are at least 100 years old. Almost 25% of the Japanese population is over 65 years of age. Japan is known as an industrial nation. It produces world-class machines. Robotics is one of the main technologies in Japan. Asimo, the world's most advanced humanoid robot, is the most famous all over the world. There are 118 volcanoes in Japan. This number outlasts volcanoes in any other country and makes 10% of the world's total number of volcanoes. Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku are the four main islands of Japan. The total number of islands in the country is 6,852. There are almost 110 million internet users in Japan. This is 3.74% of the world's share of the total internet users. More than 5 million servings of instant ramen noodles are consumed in Japan each year. Chef Mamafuku Ando invented the first instant chicken ramen in 1958. Sushi has been around since about the 2nd century in AD. It started as a way to preserve fish in China and eventually made its way to Japan. The method of eating raw fish and rice began in the early 17th century. Sushi does not mean raw fish in Japanese. It actually means rice, seasoned with vinegar, sugar, and salt. Japan has around 5.5 million vending machines, almost every street corner. There are vending machines that sell beer, hot and cold canned coffee, cigarettes, wine, condoms, comic books, hot dogs, light bulbs, bags of rice, toilet paper, umbrellas, fish bait, fresh eggs, porn magazines, and even used women's underwear. The world's shortest escalator exists in Japan. It has only 5 steps and is 32.8 inches high. As you can see, it's working great. Animated Japanese films and television shows account for 60% of the world's animation-based entertainment. Animation is so successful in Japan that there are almost 130 voice acting schools in the country. 90% of all mobile phones sold in Japan are waterproof because users like to use them even while showering. Masabumi Hosono was a Japanese man who survived the wreck of the RMS Titanic in 1914, and after that he was called coward in his country for not dying with the other passengers. Japanese can say sorry in 20 different ways. When Japanese people meet, they traditionally bow instead of to shake hands, and the lowest bow shows the deepest respect. Japan and Russia still haven't signed the peace treaty to end the World War II because it has been disputing over the Kuril Islands. Around 25 billion pairs chopsticks are used in Japan each year. This is the equivalent to timbers that can be built 17,000 homes. In Japan, black cats are considered omens of good luck, and Japanese avoid the number 4 because it sounds the same as the word for death. Tall buildings do not have any 4th floor. Hey, which floor? 4. 4? We do not have 4. And then 5. 5? A 5 is good. In Japan, there's an island full of rabbits called Akunashima. They were brought there during the World War II to test the effects of the poison gas. Sumo wrestling is a national sport of Japan and can be traced back to 1500 years. Average wrestlers weigh 300 pounds or more. Japan is one of the largest automobile producers in the world, and Japanese company Toyota is the 3rd largest automaker in the world. It was founded by Kiichiro Toyota, who changed it to "da" for "tab" because it sounds clear. Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan at 3,776 meters. More than 1 million people climb Mount Fuji every year during the official climbing season of July and August. Baseball is the most popular sport in Japan. Sport was introduced to Japan by an American teacher named Horace Wilson. The first game was played in Japan in 1873 at Tokyo University. The game is so popular that even the high school games are broadcast on national TV. World's first novel, The Tale of Genji, was written by a Japanese noblewoman Murasaki Shikubu in early 11th century. The fish called fugu is extremely poisonous fish. Japanese law requires that it be prepared by professional chefs who have been specially trained and licensed. Also, law forbids the emperor and imperial family to eat fugu. Most fugu is eaten between January and March, when it's believed to be least poisonous. Karate is perhaps the best known martial arts form to have come out of Japan. It originated in China, but was refined in Okinawa. It literally means empty hands and uses trained movements of the hands, arms and legs for self-defense. An estimated 50 million people worldwide practice karate. Japan's Akita breed was developed in 1600s. The most famous of all Akitas was Hachiko. He waited 10 years at the Shibuya train station in Tokyo for his master, who had died while at work. A statue of Hachiko now stands outside the station as tribute to his loyalty. The imperial family of Japan has been holding unbroken lineage of nearly 2,000 years. No country's royal family in history has held its position for so long. The first Japanese emperor, Jimmu Tenno, ruled about the time of the Christ. Godzilla, a huge monster resembling a dinosaur, made his film debut in 1954. In Japan, he is known as a Gojira, where he rose from the sea after being awakened by atomic bomb testing and attacked Tokyo. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button.